sanctioned by the U.S. government. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. May God be with you all.
Ordinary means of transportation can only drive along, fly, or sail over water. But military vehicles, ships, and planes possess incredible abilities. The world's best engineers have turned many of them into real supercars. Today, we'll show you 12 of the biggest and most amazing military vehicles of all time. Before watching, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Otherwise, this centipede, you know what I mean, just do it. Do you want to see the best minesweeper on the planet? Meet the M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle, or ABV, a tracked military vehicle for clearing mines and explosives. This minesweeper has been nicknamed the Shredder. Unlike its evil namesake, it fights on the side of the United States Army. Remember the movie The Hurt Locker? Its main character would have been amazed at the super capabilities of this machine. In a matter of minutes, the Shredder can clear a patch of field 100 meters long and 14 meters wide. That's a whole football field. It would take months for individual soldiers to do that job. How does it work? Well, the Shredder shoots rockets containing C4 explosive a distance of 91 to 137 meters.
Roger, do it!
When they blow up, so do any hidden explosives or mines. After that, troops and vehicles can safely pass over the terrain. The vehicle's visual appearance is like that of a giant scarab. It weighs an impressive 72 tons and is 40 meters long. That's like 3 cars placed one after another. Among the vehicle's other features are a huge plow and a 12.7mm M2B machine gun, which can protect this baby from the enemy. This is one beast of a vehicle, don't you think? And that's just the start. Many impressive vehicles are coming up next. The Jobaraya Defense Systems Launcher. It's not only a stylish ride, it's also the world's largest rocket launcher. This vehicle can replace a whole 6 BM-21 Grad rocket launchers. Compared to this contestant, anything else on the road would look totally defenseless. Don't be afraid, Mama's gonna protect you. The Jobaraya Defense Systems Launcher is built on top of an Oshkosh M1070 vehicle, and then a 29-meter-long trailer is attached. The trailer contains 4 multiple rocket launchers with a total of 240 tubes. It can either fire off just a single rocket, or it can launch all 240 at once with an impressive speed of 2 shots per second. Do you see what the Jobaraya Defense Systems Launcher is capable of? It's as fierce and raging as my ex. In just 2 minutes, it can level anything standing against it.
2, 1, fire!
Admit it, when you saw this vehicle for the first time, you immediately wanted to count how many wheels it has. Well, we've done it for you. The MZKT-79-221 transporter launcher has 16 of them. It's the millipede of motor vehicles. 6 of the wheels can turn, which allows the driver to maneuver. I wonder what kind of driver's license you need to get behind the wheel. Maybe a God-level license? This 20-meter transporter is able to carry huge Topol-M missiles. Each missile weighs 80 tons. But this vehicle can shoulder that weight just as easily as Schwarzenegger can lug a whole log. The MZKT-79-221 is not only stronger, it is also a refined delivery agent. Look at these remarkable shots of the vehicle loading a ballistic missile right into a silo. In a matter of minutes, the transporter converts into a tall crane. Talk about multitasking. The M3 amphibious rig is just a wee mite compared to our previous example, but trust me, you are looking at a unique vehicle that can deliver even a tank to a deserted island. The M3 easily transports loads of up to 30 tons by land or through water, and it can even convert into a bridge. The vehicle's body is so strong and resilient that it can serve as a tank ferry. It's a real transformer. No offense, Optimus Prime. This amphibious vehicle moves over land at a maximum speed of 80 kilometers per hour, and under full load, it swims like an Olympic champion at 9 kilometers per hour. I wish I could get my packages delivered so quickly. Want to know what the most famous Russian Swan looks like? There you have it. The Tu-160 bomber, which pilots call simply the Swan, is the world's biggest and fastest supersonic warplane. It holds a whole 46 world records. It is simply the Captain Marvel of the airplane world, though it is cooler still. The Swan can soar at a record speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour into the stratosphere. You heard right. It really can ascend to 16,000 meters up. Think that's all it's capable of? It has another trick up its sleeve. The Tu-160 can easily lift 45 tons of armament into the air, about the same as carrying 3 T-Rexes on board. The Swan's only real flaw is that it isn't so secret anymore. But if I was valued at $223 million, I wouldn't want to keep that a secret. It feels like there's something wrong with this boat. Wait, is that a big cushion? Is it just gonna rush right up onto the shore? Suddenly, a Sharknado doesn't seem so incredible. This deft hovercraft is a Navy LCAC. Thanks to that air cushion, it can swiftly move over water and onto land. But the most astonishing feature is found within the vehicle. Who ordered 2 trucks? Think that's all it can carry? This hovercraft is just 26 meters long, but in spite of those humble dimensions, it can deliver truly bulky loads. The Navy LCAC can easily deliver 68 tons of cargo overseas, and it can do it fast. It moves at a speed of around 78 kilometers per hour. For example, it can fit 2 light tanks or a landing party of 180 soldiers. And I thought only in a woman's purse could you pack so much stuff. However, the Russian Zubr landing craft outdoes its American counterpart. You're looking at the world's biggest air cushion landing craft. And yes, you can park it right on the beach. It's something only Russia could come up with. Just look at it rush along. And of course, it can rush along like that because it was built with propellers from a Tu-96 strategic bomber. The Zubr is 57 meters long as 4 trucks. It can fit 10 armored personnel carriers on board and still have room left over. If someone ever wanted to seize this precious cargo, they're in for a surprise. The vessel is equipped with 2 rocket launchers, which can put the heat on the enemy. Don't even try it. This vessel is so awesome that it doesn't just float, it flies over the surface of the water. That's not easy when you're carrying a couple of tanks, and it's just as nimble on dry land. The Zubr can easily negotiate obstacles up to 2 meters in height. Even on ice you couldn't escape it. Better not to pick a fight with this monster of a vehicle. If you ever needed to transport something light, just 150 tons or so, better to turn to the all-terrain delivery vehicle. The Ultra Heavy Lift is a unique amphibious vehicle that proves that we already live in a cyberpunk world. Just marvel at how awesome it looks. It is the first tracked transport vehicle that can swim so well. It can move at a speed of 37 kilometers per hour. On dry land, it can move as fast as a human being, and it can negotiate obstacles up to 3 meters tall. So far, this is a mere prototype, but in the future, this technology will be capable of delivering cargo to places that are hard to reach due to weather conditions. It's a great idea, don't you think? Have you ever seen the world's biggest aircraft carrier? No, the one in The Avengers doesn't count. But there is a real-life, helicarrier. The Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carrier represents the largest naval vessel in the world. This little thing cost the American government $13 billion. It took several years for shipbuilders to put it together piece by piece like an enormous Lego toy. Just to paint the ship alone, 750 tons of gray paint were used. That's enough for nearly 200,000 sedans. Want to know what dimensions this baby boasts? Better sit down. It has a length of 337 meters. That's as tall as the Bank of America Tower. Could you imagine? The ship is, moreover, as wide as a football field at 78 meters. As you can see, there is plenty of room for landing a plane. If you are interested in buying such a ship for yourself for some reason, 3 of these aircraft carriers would run you $42 billion. Maybe you want to check your card balance first. The Lockheed C-5 Galaxy warplane is another source of American pride. Its greatest capability is its exceptional carrying capacity. It can haul 127,459 metric tons of cargo. It is the Olympic weightlifter of the airplane world. What could you fit inside a Lockheed Martin C-5 Galaxy? Well, how about 6 McDonnell helicopters, 6 armored personnel carriers, 1 M1 Abrams tank, or 345 soldiers? Just don't show Dom Toretto this behemoth or he'll want to steal it. Think that first-generation military equipment looked ridiculous? Then what would you say to this? This 10-meter-long Char 2C heavy tank from France was built in 1917, but it still stands as the world's largest tank. This monster's a whole 4 meters tall. That's almost certainly higher than the ceiling in your house. The Char 2C is of an impressive size, but it was never able to prove itself in real-world battles. By 1939, new weapons had been created which were real kryptonite for a huge tank. That's a shame, isn't it? In the 1930s, when only the occasional biplane took off into the air, a couple of Soviet scientists decided to create a giant plane. Take a look at what they came up with. The Kalinin K-7 plane is closer to a UFO than anything else. This twin-boom aircraft packs within its 452 square meter wings engines, crew, and any potential cargo. As the designers envisioned, it could serve as a passenger plane and carry 128 people on board, or it could be a fearsome bomber with 8 cannons and 8 machine guns. This futuristic bird from the last century could attain a speed of 234 kilometers per hour. Alas, it did not fly for long. It failed its top speed test, and so it was scrapped. Subsequently, a model of the plane was built exclusively for filming purposes. Well, that's enough for today. Our ranking of military vehicles is over. Let us know in the comments which technology impressed you the most. Or maybe you know something that's even better. See you next time.